3 cities, 1 river mouth, and nothing connecting them but water. Hong Kong, Macau, Zhuhai. 90 minutes apart by air, 3.5 hours. By ferry. China wanted a bridge or talked. The ocean said no. Above the water, Hong Kong International Airport. Planes descending every 90 seconds. Below the water, one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Tankers longer than 3 football fields. A bridge tall enough for ships blocks the planes. A bridge low enough for planes blocks the ships. Geography had built a trap, and no engineer had ever escaped one like it. Add typhoons, Category 16 winds. Giri, add earthquakes up to magnitude 8. The Pearl River Delta doesn't forgive mistakes. It swallows them. Every year, the delay cost billions. Trucks, cargo, time, all stuck at the water's edge. In 2003, the idea was floated, then buried. Too expensive, too dangerous, too impossible. But China doesn't abandon impossible. China schedules it. 2009, the green light, a price tag near $20 billion US. The plan, 55 kilometers of crossing, but not one single structure. A bridge, then an island, then nothing. Because the road doesn't stop at the island. It dives. Straight down, beneath the tankers, beneath the seabed, into total darkness. A 6.7 kilometer tunnel, built not by drilling through rock, but by sinking concrete boxes into mud. 33 of them, each one longer than a football field, each one weighing 80,000 tons. Heavier than the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier. Cast on land, floated out to sea, then lowered one by one into a trench 45 meters down. No margin for error. The tolerance, 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. In open ocean, in shifting current, in near zero visibility.
Safety protocols aren't just regulations out here. They are the difference between success and catastrophic failure.
Because failure here doesn't mean starting over. It means $100 million segment lost to the sea floor. May 2013, Element E1 begins its descent. Chul, the first of 33. Divers guide it by feel alone. Sonar, cameras, human hands. 96 hours straight. It lands perfectly. The world exhales.
Well done, team. We finally did it.
But the ocean was only waiting. Element E15 was next. E15's trench had been dredged, cleaned, prepared. Textbook on paper. Then the tides shifted, and the current brought something the engineers hadn't planned for. Silt. A thick, invisible sediment flooding back into the trench, meter by meter. Halfway to the seabed, the tow team stopped. Sensors showed a foundation no longer safe. 80,000 tons of concrete, and they had to turn it around. E15 went back to the yard. Not once, but twice. The delay, nearly 2 years. The cost, hundreds of millions of dollars. Critics called it a disaster in slow motion. Behind schedule, over budget, under scrutiny. But the engineers didn't rush the ocean. They studied it. Over 140 tests. On sediment, on friction, on the mechanics of mud itself.
And this is the refined tunnel foundation. The updated modeling shows a 40% increase in efficiency right here.
Engineers built a new class of dredger, accurate to 50 centimeters, on a trench 30 meters deep. They designed a stamp-placing vessel, cleaning silt from the seabed without disturbing a single stone beneath it. Then came the real innovation, the memory bearing, a joint that could flex, absorb, and remember its position. If one segment shifted by even a few millimeters, the bearing compensated, silently, automatically. For the 2 artificial islands, no dredging would do. They needed walls that didn't exist yet. The solution, massive steel cylinders, 22 meters wide, driven straight into the seabed like giant syringes. 120 of them, forming a steel ring the length of 10 football fields. Inside that ring, engineers pumped out the seawater and built dry land from nothing in the middle of the ocean. It took less than 1 year. A feat once thought to take 3. With the islands complete, the tunnel resumed. Element after element, sinking into place. July 7th, 2017. The tunnel holed through, start to end, connected. 64 new engineering technologies were born from this single project. China's tunneling ambitions, rewritten overnight. One piece remained, the final closure joint, a 6,000-ton steel wedge, heavier than 25 Airbus A380s. There was only one of it. One chance to get it right. The world's largest lifting barge was brought in to lower it, meter by meter, into open water.
The data indicates we are on track. This project will succeed, no matter the obstacles. I am certain.
May 2nd, 2017. The wedge slid home. Silent, exact. 33 tunnel elements. 0 leaks from the very first day. But the real test wasn't underwater. It was still coming from the sky. September 2018. Typhoon Mangkhut. One of the most powerful storms in decades. Winds over 200 kilometers per hour, ripping through the Pearl River Delta. When the storm passed, the structure stood, untouched, unmoved, built to resist a magnitude 8 earthquake, built to survive a collision from a 300,000-ton vessel. It held. October 24th, 2018. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge officially opened. A journey that once took 3.5 hours now takes 30 minutes. 55 kilometers. The longest sea crossing structure ever built by human hands. A tunnel disappearing into the seabed, then reappearing kilometers later, as if nothing happened. Designed to last 120 years. Longer than most nations' entire modern history. It didn't just connect 3 cities. It stitched together an economy of over 80 million people. The Greater Bay Area, now bound by concrete, steel, and 2 centimeters of tolerance. The technology born here didn't stay here. 64 innovations, now studied by engineers worldwide.
The immersed tube design here significantly reduces seismic risk.
But how does that affect the long-term maintenance schedule?
The automated monitoring system addresses that proactively.
From dredging robots to memory bearings, China's playbook for undersea construction was rewritten in real time. The East Artificial Island, once a construction site, is now open to the public, a monument you can walk on. Millions of vehicles have crossed it since. Most drivers never even notice the moment they go under the sea. That's the strange genius of it. The greatest engineering feats disappear into the everyday. Somewhere beneath the waves tonight, 33 concrete giants are holding back an entire ocean. And on the surface, life simply just drives on.